can be a challenging thing to talk about. Oftentimes, you'll feel like you're all alone in the world. You feel like you can't discuss it in polite company. I'm here to tell you that you can talk with other people about NaNoWriMo. If you've come down with a case of NaNoWriMo, you might find that it's all you can think about. You've spent every waking moment imagining your characters and the conversations and adventures they might have. This is normal for cases of NaNoWriMo, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to avoid it. That's just how it's gonna be for the whole month. You're gonna be obsessed. But there is one side effect of NaNoWriMo that you don't have to deal with. And that is not talking about NaNoWriMo. Here's how you can talk with your friends and loved ones when you've come down with a case of NaNoWriMo.
I am fuzzy. I am fuzzy like a sheep today. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy.
This month is NaNoWriMo National Novel Writing Month, and I'm sure you are just excited as me for it to get going. I beat NaNoWriMo a couple years ago, and though I am not technically doing it this year, that is because as a professional writer, I write 50K to 80K every month. Regardless, I've released a couple of videos about the best tips to prep for and win NaNoWriMo. Today I wanted to talk about something specific that I think a lot of people make a mistake about during NaNoWriMo. Like a lot of art, things are better when you talk about it, do it with other people. I think one of the ways that NaNoWriMo writers shoot themselves in the foot is they don't talk about it with anybody. They don't tell anybody that they're doing it. And when it's all you can think about and you're so excited about this and you're not getting any support from anybody, that's really hard to maintain your own momentum. You need somebody else to root for you and add in that energy. There's lots of benefits to talking to other people about NaNoWriMo. So I'm going to talk about that today, how you can do it to make it the most benefit for yourself and fun for the people that you're talking to. The first thing is you have to tell people that you are writing when you are writing. I don't mean that every time you sit down to write you have to tweet. I'm talking about if you are writing in a public place or you are writing in your home and your roommates walk up, or you're writing in a cafe and you see somebody you know. Tell them that you are writing and you can't talk right now. When I was doing NaNoWriMo, I would go to the cafe near my dorm, and I loved being in that cafe, but somebody that I knew walked in the door of that place every 3 minutes, and people love to talk because everyone loves to avoid work. Sadly enough, you cannot do that during NaNoWriMo. You have to sit down and write. So people would come up to me and they'd say, "Hey, Riley, how's it going? How are you?" And I would say, "Oh, it's going well. I'm doing NaNoWriMo." They'd probably go, "What's NaNoWriMo?" And I'd say, "It's National Novel Writing Month. It's where you sit down and you write a whole book, 50,000 words in just 1 month." People would usually go, "You're doing that right now?" Or, "That sounds really hard." And I'd say, "Yep, I'm working on it right now on my computer." And then, basically always, without fail, people would say, "Well, I'm going to leave you to it then. That sounds really important and cool. Good luck." And they would leave, and I could go back to my writing. So even if you are a social butterfly, make it a general practice. Use that exact script I just laid out. Tell people you're doing NaNoWriMo. Explain to them what NaNoWriMo is. They'll tell you that sounds awesome, and they'll leave you to your writing. People might ask you what the story is about. That is an invitation to talk and talk and talk and talk for hours. If you are stuck, talking with someone about the book is a good idea. If you are in a writing flow, talking about the book right now is not a good idea. So if somebody says, "What is it about?" just tell them the genre and say, "I'll text you about it later so you can give me some feedback and ideas." People love that. Which brings us very smoothly into way number 2. You need to be talking to your friends and family and loved ones and cats about NaNoWriMo. Ask for support. Be very clear with people about what you need to be successful during this time. If that's a little bit more free time, ask people to help you take care of some of the responsibilities you usually do. If you just need to be left alone, ask for that. If you really need ice cream, someone will bring you ice cream. Ask them to bring you ice cream. Whatever it is, with all the people in your life, ask them for their help. They will love to be on your team. So make sure that they know what you need to be successful this month. Way number 3 to talk with people about NaNoWriMo. Get them to do it with you. That is the best way for you to stay motivated, is if you have other people who are doing it with you, writing with you, saying, come on, keep going, talking about the books together. Getting a little community together, like there's already one online, but if you can get one IRL doing NaNoWriMo together, that is so awesome. Ask people to do it with you. If they're not really into the whole write a novel in 1 month thing, then have them do their own creative challenge. They could write a poem every day or do a drawing every day or work on a painting over the whole month. We have a cool 30-day activity guide they could try if they want to check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. This is especially a good option if you have kids and they're just not going to leave you alone, or if you just like your kids and like doing things with them. That's an option. Invite them to write a story too. It'll encourage their creativity and hopefully they'll leave you alone for a little bit more writing time. The 4th thing is, unfortunately necessary, how to deal with haters. I'm not talking about haters online. Just block those mofos, who cares? Some rando bot looking jerks with their weird logos for profile pictures instead of, just got like a picture of a banana as their profile picture. Sus. I'm not talking about people online. Just block them, ignore them, whatever. There's always trolls online. I'm talking about people in your real life who you say, I'm doing NaNoWriMo, and they say, well, that sounds like a waste of time. Oh, but you're not a writer. Or just any of those crappy things from a person IRL that sometimes people say, because people are crappy. I said in my first video about how to prep for NaNoWriMo to just tell them that their face is stupid, which I still stand by. But if this is a person who you have to have other conversations with in the future, all you need to do when somebody's being a hater is just mark them off in your head as a hater and redirect the conversation back to them. That's all they want to talk about anyway. If they're trying to rain on your parade, they're probably insecure people or narcissists. And what they really want to do is talk about themselves anyway. So if this is somebody who you need to continue to have some kind of relationship with, mark them off as a hater. Don't try to talk to them anymore about NaNoWriMo. It's not worth your energy. And ask them what they're doing with their month. And then when they tell you something lame, you can feel superior. And isn't that really the goal? Okay, the last piece of advice that I'm going to give that absolutely made it so that I finished NaNoWriMo, that I think is really important when you're writing or working on creative projects in general. Tell everyone. Tell everyone you talk to. And not just say that you're doing NaNoWriMo. Talk to people about your story, your idea in particular. When I was doing NaNoWriMo, I really thought that my story was too boring and that people weren't going to care. I thought it was interesting for me. I was really intrigued by it. That's why I was doing it. But I thought there was no way other people were going to think this idea was interesting. But because I told people I was doing NaNoWriMo to get them to leave me alone and let me write, people asked me what the story was about. So I told them. And I was amazed by how cool everybody thought it was and how interested people were, and people wanted to talk with me about it, and people wanted to offer their own ideas, and that helped me finish the book. Incorporating other people's brilliant ideas and observations that came from me and them discussing and workshopping what I was already working on. Inspiration does not all have to come from inside your head. That is a myth, and it makes writing so much harder. You can talk with other people and get ideas based off of their thoughts, feelings, responses. So talk to people about your story. People love stories. we love stories. That's why we watch movies and why we get obsessed with celebrity gossip, why we play video games, for the most part. Sometimes it's just satisfying to make all the blocks go the way you want the blocks to go. But for the most part, it's because we love stories. So talk to people about yours. They're gonna love to hear about it, and they're gonna have cool things to offer that inspire you. You'll get new ideas, you'll feel motivated to keep writing, and everyone will get happy, creative vibes. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that you absolutely must do in order to talk with your friends and loved ones about NaNoWriMo. If you want more weekly inspiration and art tips from a professional writer, go ahead and subscribe below. And if you know anyone else who's doing NaNoWriMo, make sure to share this video. Hey, just share the video anyway. Maybe people you don't know are doing NaNoWriMo and they'll see it on your Facebook page and talk to you about it. That would be cool. Community. Make sure you like this video so you can return to it when needed and subscribe for more awesome creative tips. But as always, most importantly, let's go write stuff. Bye.